something. Too many inconsistencies in that story of yours. So if you know what's good for you, you'll start telling the truth. The whole truth. Don't even think about it. You got 5 seconds to start talking if you don't want your throat ripped out. 5, 4, 3, 2. Tell me the truth, then. Tell me what's actually been going on, because I know you're not just some random detective assigned to this case. I'm fine right here. Not going to risk you trying to shoot me again. I've got no reason to trust you. You've given me plenty of reason to not believe a word you say. No, I can't trust you'll actually be telling the truth this time, but I do know you've got at least a little bit of sense in that head of yours, and you know it'll get real messy for you if you lie. If you plan to lie to me, you'd better make it believable, because your life depends on it. Who are you? What are you doing? And why does it need to involve me? That much is obvious. Only an idiot would think you actually had experience chasing down ferals. You're out of your element, and it shows. How are the attacks you're following different from any other time an Essence Eater becomes a monster? You don't know what you're talking about. That's what going feral is like. It is. 1 second you're fine, and then you're not. All of a sudden you need to feed more than anything in the world, and then you black out until it's over. What do you mean? When what happened? How do you know that name? How? Answer me. How the fuck do you know about Mia? There was nothing special about her case. I don't know or particularly care about these other special cases of yours, but Mia was murdered, plain and simple. I should have known a regular human couldn't handle having her life drained. Should have known I'd lose control, that I'd... Shut up. Yes, I blacked out, but I remember everything else so vividly. I know that I became became a monster then, and have been ever since. I'm leaving. You don't know shit. You weren't there. You didn't see it, the outcome of my actions. You didn't come to, holding her limp body. Didn't see her face. She was always smiling, but then she had a blank, empty look. You didn't have to see the result of the feeding that I didn't even want to do with her in the first place. I didn't listen to that little voice in my head telling me it was a bad idea. There wasn't anything unusual about her case, aside from the fact that she made the mistake of caring about a freak, a monster who can only feed off other people's life. I don't care what you do with your case, or whatever conspiracy you're trying to dig up with Essence Eaters, but you need to drop me. Drop us. Mia and I have nothing to do with this. I lost control. It was all me. Made sense for me to leave the same way I got in. The fire escape leads up to your balcony, and you left the door unlocked. You're also terrible at realizing when you're being followed. You're reckless. You making me leave? Gonna try to shoot me again? I won't stay here all night. Keep your head on. Been out here long enough. Don't know why I haven't left already. I'm just thinking. Not that I need to tell you that. Admiring the view from up here. Don't look at me like that. I won't do anything. You'd never have talked if I didn't, right? For whatever reason, you'd already decided I needed to be kept in the dark. It wasn't a bluff. I can't stomach blood, but I would have done it in the moment. Either you told me what I came here to hear, or you died. Either way it ended. Everything. It ended all. I've spent the last, who knows how long, trying to find answers to questions, or questions to go with answers. And you make it all so much harder. Seeing you makes my blood boil sometimes. You remind me of things I don't want to remember, and places I never want to go back to. And yet I keep coming back to you. Everything gets jumbled. You don't make sense. Yeah, well, your job sucks. You looking down on me now, finally seeing me for what I am. There's nothing to get better from. I'm not okay, and honestly, I don't want to be okay. Being okay would be the cruelest thing I could ever do to Mia. My pity party. Your empathy is astounding, really. You should be an inspirational speaker. Tell me something. Have you ever been responsible for the one person who you ever cared about? The only person out there who ever gave a shit about you, who accepted everything about you, who loved you. Have you ever been forced to carry around the guilt of knowing that you ended that with your own hands? You ever been left wondering what face you were making while you did it, because it was the last thing she ever saw? Would you be able to live with yourself after it was done? When the fog cleared and she was gone and I felt better. The hunger and pain was gone, but so was she. Do you really think you could ever be okay after that? Don't you dare talk about what Mia would want. You never knew her. This guilt that I'm carrying around is all that I have left of her. It's the only thing I have left. I can't. It's nothing. I was just a kid. You know who else was just a kid? Yeah. Oh. I don't care about whatever you've got going on with your case, detective. 'Cause whether it was some freak anomaly or my own inability to control myself, she's gone. And I did it. I don't want to know any more than that. Why do you even get interested in all this? What drew you to Mia? Yeah, it wasn't fair. It shouldn't have been her. And it was cruel. Like a cruel, sick joke from the universe. If that's what got you interested enough to get involved, you've got a pretty messed up concept of fun. Maybe we're both pretty messed up then.